In today's show ring, a hunt seat horse's frame and way of going is based on the ideals of correct, traditional principles as applied to the traditional hunter. To help determine just what ideal or correct is, as it relates to the hunt seat pleasure horse, it helps to understand the terminology used in the criteria for a hunter, such as suitability, movement, frame, engagement, and light contact. Suitability. The hunt seat horse must have the physical ability and give the appearance of being capable of going over fences or across a field with ease and agility. Therefore, it must have a naturally long, ground-covering stride that is free-moving and reaching. The frame or carriage must be natural and relaxed, with engagement and light contact. Hunt seat horses should have a well-laid-back shoulder, providing the freedom of movement through the shoulder and good length of stride. They should have a reasonably short back for strength and a powerful hip. The neck should be well set and of adequate length to be carried easily and used for balance. The stride from the rear legs should be powerful and reach well under the belly with each step. The steps should never look quick or hurried. They should look long and powerful with suspension, as the horse covers the ground easily. The horse should be a bold, powerful horse, balanced back to front, while remaining calm and obedient. Movement. The ideal movement is long, free-flowing strides with minimal upward and maximum forward motion. The horse moves with long, low steps, reaching forward with ease, smoothness, and suspension. The hunt seat horse should push from the hindquarters and reach for the ground covered with each step, rather than just lift its feet up and down. The legs should move forward gracefully and freely so the strides appear effortless and long, with minimal bending and lifting of the knees. The horse must be relaxed through the neck, back, and hocks, allowing for long, free-flowing, fluid gaits. Frame. The horse's frame or general carriage should not suggest extremes. The ideal frame for each horse depends on its own conformation. However, the frame should be natural and relaxed. The top line should be level. This reference to level is to the relationship between the heights of the croup and the withers, not the pole in the croup. A horse with its croup higher than its withers cannot get its own weight off its forehand and balance itself. It is a matter of individual conformation as to where each horse should actually carry its neck and pole in relation to its withers. The shape of the horse's entire body is a result of where it is allowed to carry its pole. If the horse's pole is lower than its withers, it is a good indication that the hindquarters are not underneath for balance and impulsion. Depending on the horse's conformation, the pole will usually be slightly higher than the withers when moving with proper impulsion from behind. The neck must be relaxed and carried easily. Ideally, The hunt seat horse will present a balanced curve from pole to croup, giving the impression of equality of movement between front and rear, balanced and cadenced with long, free-flowing strides. Horses presented as such should be credited. Correct hunt seat frame and correct hunt seat movement must be credited. As in other performance classes, correct movement in frame or carriage is the basic criteria of the class and must be credited. Engagement. The connection from the horse's hindquarters through the back and neck to the bit and the rider's hand with light contact on the bit is engagement. This engagement gives the horse's forward movement a sense of energy. How deeply a horse reaches its hind leg under the body depends on its conformation, training, confidence, and relaxation. Suitable conformation gives the horse the ability and strength to properly and easily engage the hindquarters and back to carry itself. Contact. As a rider moves the horse through the required gaits, light contact must be maintained. Light contact is the line of communication from the rider's hand to the horse's mouth. The horse should move in a balanced frame between light contact in the rider's hand and the rider's seat and leg. Light contact is the goal, not strong, heavy contact, and not loose reins. The ideal is a slightly rounded frame with a light contact that looks natural and easy. Gaits. Gaits and movement are of utmost importance in the class criteria. Judges are required to consider the performance of each gait equally in adjudicating the class. Walk. The walk is a 4-beat gait executed in 4-time. 4 distinct hoofbeats are heard as each foot, in succession, strikes the ground. 2 or 3 feet are always on the ground. The 4 beats should be clear, distinct, and evenly spaced, without shuffling, quickening, or altering the rhythm. The sequence of the footfalls are right hind, right 4, left hind, left 4, right hind, right 4, left hind, left 4. The walk should be regular, show good reach, and be ground covering. At the walk, the horse should propel itself forward from behind with long reaching strides. The head and neck are relaxed as the horse moves its legs one after the other so that 4 hoofbeats may be heard. The horse moves from one foot to the other with no period of suspension. Trot. The trot is a 2-beat diagonal gait with suspension executed in 2-time. The trot should always have 2 clean beats with a regular, even rhythm and tempo. A good trot has engagement with springy, round and relaxed back muscles. The sequence of the footfalls for the trot are left hind and right 4, right hind and left 4, left hind and right 4, right hind and left fore. The trot must be free-flowing, balanced and cadenced, with rhythm and drive. The trot should give the appearance of strength and ease of gait. As the horse swings its front legs forward through the shoulder with each step and stretches for the ground. The hind legs should reach well under the belly, the steps reaching over the footprints of the front feet, showing power and suspension. The trot should never be hurried. Cantor. The canter is a 3-beat gait with suspension, performed in a 3-time rhythm. The horse's neck should be relaxed and carried in a natural position for each individual's conformation. The canter should show impulsion, balance, and engagement. The horse's back should be relaxed and supple, allowing the hindquarters to reach under and work with moderate power and drive. The sequence of the footfalls for the canter on a right lead are left hind and left fore, right fore, left hind and left fore, right fore. The canter should be uninhibited, showing long, reaching steps that appear comfortable for both horse and rider. Extended gaits. At the judge's discretion, horses may be asked to extend any gait except in junior horse, amateur owner, and youth exhibitor classes. Excessive speed at any gait must be penalized. In the lineup, horses must stand quietly and may be asked to back individually or as a group. Let's take a look at the various components that make up the judging criteria for a better understanding of the class. Performance. The physical act of doing all of the gaits, transitions from one gait to another, the execution or accomplishment of carrying out all the requirements of the class. Manners. Good manners reflect the horse's obedience to the rider by responding to the rider with willingness and ease, while showing acceptance and a good disposition toward its surroundings and other horses in the arena. While the horse is performing to the criteria of the class, it should do so in a pleasant and willing manner. It should be prompt without anticipating, relaxed without being dull, and must be attentive to the rider. Type. The look of the horse that identifies it as an Andalusian horse. Quality. The strength and athleticism required to perform the tasks of a hunt seat horse with ease and finesse. Quality is the degree of excellence exuded by muscle tone, depth of muscle, clean fine bone, balance front to rear, good carriage, and a dignified presence. Conformation. The horse's correct structural form as it relates to the functions and performance of a hunt seat horse. The order that the class specifications are listed is the order of importance for the adjudication of the various classes within the hunt seat division. In open, maiden, novice, limit, stallion, mare, and gelding classes, horses will be judged on performance, manners, type, quality, conformation. The judging specification order changes for amateur, amateur owner, ladies, gentlemen, and junior exhibitor classes. Horses will be judged on manners, performance, type, quality, conformation. In junior horse classes, horses will be judged on quality, type, performance, conformation, manners. Junior horses include 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. Appointments. A lack of required tack, equipment, or appointments shall result in immediate disqualification. Regulation bridles, including snaffle, pelham, or kimberwick, are required. A cavesson-type noseband shall also be used with these bridles. Here is an example of a snaffle bit, a pelham bit, and a kimberwick bit. Drop nosebands, figure 8 nosebands, and flash nosebands are not allowed. Draw reins, bit converter straps, and/or artificial appliances are prohibited. A judge, at his or her discretion, may penalize a horse with non-conventional types of bits or nosebands. Ornamented bridles, brow bands, or cavessons are not permitted. Breastplates or breast collars are optional. Martingales or tie-downs are not permitted. English hunt, dressage, combined, or side saddles are permitted. Saddle pads should fit the saddle and be conservative. Bright colors or square pads are not appropriate, but are permissible. Manes and tails may be braided, but it is not required. Riders should wear coats of any tweed or melton for hunting, conservative wash jackets in season, breeches or jodhpurs, and boots. A dark blue, black, or brown hunting cap or hunting derby is mandatory. Spurs and crops are optional at the rider's discretion. If crops are carried, they may not exceed 30 inches in length. Credits. When judging hunt seat classes, proper hunter movement and frame should always be credited. The hunt seat horse is a very traditional class and must be judged as such. Here we see 2 horses that are very good examples of what is described in the class criteria. The trots are free-flowing, balanced and cadenced, with rhythm and drive. They show strength and ease of gait as they swing their front legs forward through the shoulder and reach for the ground. Their hind legs are reaching well under the belly, showing power and suspension. The Cantors are showing 3 clean beats with suspension, showing impulsion, balance, and engagement. Their backs are relaxed and supple, allowing their hindquarters to reach under and work with moderate power and drive. Please remember, judging is not an absolute. Good judging is a matter of correct observation and evaluation based on certain established criteria and rules. However, in judging performance classes, everything is relative. The class is not a fault-and-out competition. All faults should be considered according to their severity and the depth of competition. Each fault is a void in one or more of the class specifications. However, a minor fault may not be elimination. Good judging depends upon a correct observation of the fine points in the selection of the best horses for the purpose of the class. The best horses performing the most correctly, as established by the class criteria and specifications, should be the winners. Maybe you and your Andalusian or half Andalusian would enjoy in participating in this very popular class.